I kind of think of myself as it's my duty to do this. No one's gonna do it for us, right?
Absolutely.
We have to get in, we've got to get dirty. So, you know, don't walk over the trash, pick the trash up. Be the one that's doing something. And it doesn't have to be big.
The only thing worse than one Alex is two Alexes. And on this trip, that's exactly what we got.
There he is.
Yeah, we got one.
Outfishing me already.
Come on.
Oh, Cory's on.
Dude, she's a pretty one. Well, now you can stop complaining. Oh, no, you won't.
I've actually been really good about not complaining.
The habitat we were gonna fish on was basically shoreline, which coincides with the whole reason we were up there. Without this shoreline, this habitat isn't there. These fish aren't there without this natural habitat. Well, if you think about it too, what a fun project, right?
I mean, come on.
To have the vision.
It's not bad.
To have the vision and then to see it come together.
Yeah.
Sometimes local knowledge is all about fishing, and sometimes local knowledge is about giving back. Giving back to the community with the whole mangrove thing. I mean, it's just,
I mean, they literally said, put as many as you want out there. Pete, out of his mouth, said, I don't want to see any coquina rock.
This week, I got an interesting phone call from my good friend, Cory Redwine, and they were having a big event in Merritt Island at the Marker 24 Marina. It was the Starbrite SeaSafe event, and it was all about restoration.
Today we're at the Marker 24 Marina here in Merritt Island, and right on the Banana River. Today, Starbrite and their SeaSafe program is hosting a huge Earth Day event here. And we've got all kinds of groups out here that are working on different things to help the lagoon. We're planting mangroves, we're releasing clams, and we have a bunch of groups here that are teaching people about these different programs and also about, you know, just about how to help the lagoon.
30 plus volunteers coming today to help not only build mangrove bombs that I've been growing for 4 years and under. I'm Cory Redwine. I am a field tech for UF. I work in the river with clams, and I also grow mangroves and put mangroves back in the river. I feel like I have 10 jobs.
Cory Redwine is a member of my family. I met the Redwines about 20 years ago. And when I say they're part of the family, they stay at my house, we stay at their house, we travel together, all that stuff.
When I first met Cory, she was walking around beaches and just picking up pieces of trash and turning that trash into art.
Over the last few years, there's a very different Cory Redwine. Cory Redwine has now a son who's full grown, Alden, consider him my nephew, and she has taken that time that she has now not being a mom as much to give back.
Not only that, we've got thousands of clams that we're gonna put in, some big, some small.
Right.
We've got.
I respect Cory for taking the initiative to really make an impact on those things that are closest to her that she is so passionate about.
Like you're saying, I mean, if you grow up in a community that's surrounded by water, somehow,
Right.
some way, you're tied to the water.
You are.
I think if you're gonna spend a huge portion of your life, whether it's on the sea, in the woods, whatever it is, you become the steward of that resource. As a team here at Local Knowledge, we like to align ourselves with both people and brands that are of the same mind. Costa, AFCO, Yeti, Starbrite. We have these brands that have a commitment to the thing that we love, and we're fortunate to make our living doing.
And they're gonna plant it all along the breakwater.
Yeah, all
which
along this
is
breakwater.
all this rock, right?
Yeah.
All around here. Mangroves for me are extremely important because the keys in general are held together by mangroves. They're an extremely important part of our ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, they do so much good. They're a magic plant, you know? So today I want you to help me make some mangrove bombs.
Florida's a huge state, Florida's big, and Florida has become extremely popular lately. Those people need a place to live. Those people need a place to stay.
So what we do is we're gonna cut a not pretty circle.
We are constantly taking away that habitat, that mangrove.
So it's literally as simple as this. There's no rhyme or reason. You can't mess it up.
All the things that create life, all these nurseries for these fish, these oysters, these crustaceans.
We're gonna choose our mangroves. So we have ones that are right at 1 year old or right in that range up to. I recognized it maybe more than others because we're out there on the water.
So
right?
the roots come with it.
So the roots come with it, right? So where are you fishing? Where are the fish? Well, they're where the mangroves are. All right, so now we need our substrate. Started to recognize less areas that we used to fish where we knew we could go. Now all of a sudden there's a dock with a condo. And our oyster shells, here you can throw some in. So I'll hold it and thought, all right, what could we do? Yeah, so not too tight because you don't want to break them, right? You gotta be careful. So,
Cory is very hands-on.
all right, so now I'm gonna show you how to deploy them.
She's not sitting back writing checks, right? She's not in some government office telling you what you should do from a million miles away. She's got her ass in that water, planting mangroves, getting clams, working with scientists.
So I want to see this process.
Yes.
Girl is tireless, she's a bulldog, and she is out there really fighting to maintain that backyard environment that she grew up with and she lives in every day. And what she do on her day off? She goes and catches fish.
And what we do is we kind of throw her in and you start stacking around it.
Lock
I
it
mean,
in.
literally lock it in. It's like,
I'd imagine at the end of a day of planting mangrove bombs, you're pretty worn out.
dude, I'm worn out.
It's really crazy for me to see where she's taken this mangrove project because I remember coming to the house, you know, hugs, high fives, go out back. I'm like, the hell are you people doing out here? They've got swimming pools with mangroves hanging out of them. They've got tanks, they've got tubs. You know, not coincidence, but as hard work does, opportunities arise. She got to play on a bigger stage. She's got some people helping her. She's got some funding behind her. And now Cory is taking what she learned and she's making a difference.
Well, this is a good little experiment here. 1,000 of them. I mean,
1,000
that's a
of
good
them,
number.
right? Good number. We're gonna cover this.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
You know, Cory's done a great job of taking a top-down approach to really affecting her backyard. And it starts with one person. One person tells another person. Then you need a little fuel. You need kind of a neighborhood partner. Marker 24, Pete. Pete's running a great program over there at his particular marina there. Has had mangrove loss, perfect place to do it.
The mangroves is a long-term play to protect the marina as well. We want to beautify it, improve the environment.
We started fixing it up and then things showed up and we were like, well, let's do that next. And you planted a few things and you made it look a little bit better and then it needed to look a little more better. And it's contagious. I feel like it's like spreading even in our neighborhood.
Now you need a little bit of push from a corporate side. You know, fortunately for her, they have a great relationship with Starbrite.
SeaSafe was something that we started years ago with the Redwines. Cory Redwine's our Director of Conservation. And last year we brought it all together to do our SeaSafe Collective event, and we hosted it here at Marker 24, and they were also our first annual winner of Dealer of the Year for some of the really cool environmental stuff that they're doing here as a marina and kind of combining environmental stewardship with business. So that's really what the whole weekend is about, is taking what the Redwines have built, what Marker 24 has built, and just bringing the whole community together to let everybody know what we're doing for an outreach, how we're trying to clean up the Indian River Lagoon and kind of give back to, you know, to the boating world that we've all made a wonderful life out of.
Cory has been doing a great job of taking it upon herself to help out with mangrove restoration and restoring the habitat.
If you live by the water, if you live wherever area you are, just do your part. Small, little, big, whatever, just do your part. My part's growing the mangroves, putting them in so that I can then go fish and catch the big snook that's underneath that mangrove.
After a great event and seeing all the guys and helping out with the mangroves and planting, we were going to go enjoy the resource.
You know, and at the end of the day, being fishermen, there got to be some fish involved. We aren't there to load the cooler. We are there to really experience everything that river has to offer.
My first boat was a Sundance F16, 1996, I want to say.
Nice.
Something.
I've never really got to fish the Banana River. And Huey gave us an invite. He's like, come on, man, I'm gonna get you out there. I'm gonna show you a little bit about my backyard. I could tell you about it all day long, but you really don't get to appreciate it until you're in it. This is your backyard.
This is it. Pretty fortunate, man. And I'll tell you what, this is one of the most diverse estuaries you'll ever fish in. The cool thing about our estuary is the Banana River Lagoon is one small section that makes up part of the entire Indian River Lagoon system. So unlike where you're at, here we don't have a tidal flow. So there will be no water movement up or down throughout the day. They're one of the most diverse estuaries on the planet. The only kind of current that we get is like a wind-driven current. So if the wind blows real hard from the south, then the water will start moving south. And if the water, wind blows real hard from the north, it'll do the same. And then whenever the wind stops and things kind of level out, whichever direction the wind had last blown, all the water gets pushed back the other way. So
Alex Huey is an amazing fisherman, knows his craft like the back of his hand.
So Rush, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move in here with this trolling motor and keep us real quiet. And we're gonna try to stay as far away from the shoreline as we can, while still being able to make a good cast pretty tight to these trees.
The only thing worse than one Alex is two Alexes. And on this trip, that's exactly what we got. Alex G's about to put us on them.
Yes, indeed.
Some Port Canaveral Giants.
So I'm a third-generation waterman and grew up here in Merritt Island.
I didn't even get to choose my Alex, but fortunately, I got the Alex that talks a lot less. We set out with Huey and Alex Gorski, long hair Alex, great dudes, had some fun. Again, I got lucky because Cory likes me and I got to fish with her all day. And
What's this called, like walking the dog or something?
yeah, we got to rekindle some of our old stories and talk about our days, flying back and forth and all that. And just go have fun, man. This was not, we weren't out for 300-pound tuna. We weren't looking for swordfish. We were just looking to have a good time and enjoy what that river gives us.
Merritt Island's actually one of the few areas of Florida that's been able to hold off development in a way and keep natural areas as much as possible.
If I don't lose at least 7 lures, I'm gonna be very disappointed in myself. It means you're not trying hard enough.
Oh!
I wound through that one, little trout.
Oh, get him!
That one didn't get away.
Get him!
No, he did.
Damn!
Are you freaking kidding me with 3 effing treble hooks?
Alex was taking me out to show me a little bit about his fishery. Redfish, snook, and trout. There he is.
Yeah, we got one.
Out fishing me already.
That looks like one of the nice speckled trout I was telling you about. Oh, it's a redfish.
Nice.
It's a decent red.
That is a good red. It's basically sight casting. It's a lot of fun.
It's one of the Banana River redfish we were talking about. Not a monster, but it's still a nice fish by any means.
And you tell by what they're, by like the coloration of the fish, kind of what they're eating or what kind of bottom they're laying on.
A lot of it too with a redfish, of all fish, is they will go by the color of the bottom and really change to it. So he's kind of real light,
Yep.
And he's also got 2 spots on this side and 1 on this side, which means he's got a genetic flaw. And sometimes you'll catch him with a couple 100 spots to him. I'm gonna go ahead and let him go.
Let him go. Let's get another one. Good job, dude.
There we go. Nice, Cory.
She is.
We saw one in there. I think you found it.
The Indian River Lagoon as a whole, being so unique, was a seagrass-based estuary. And we had acres and acres upon miles and miles of lush green seagrass.
Here she is. What do we got? Think it's bigger than a puffer.
Definitely a fish.
Oh, wow.
No.
She gone.
It has been considered one of the most biologically diverse estuaries in the entire world.
Oh, it's a snook. Little one, but it's a snook. So it was really nice to get out on the water with Rush and show them a little taste of the Banana River. They're used to fishing a tidal estuary or fishing out in the ocean and doing all these drastic things and big equipment and stuff. So for me to bring them into my own world was really cool.
Come on.
Not too much on them.
Got him out now.
Yeah, you're good. He's not a real big one, but Yeah.
I said I want a snook.
You said you wanted a snook. He thumped it too,
Dude,
buddy.
he surprised the heck out of me. He hit it. We've been sitting here. For me, it's a blast. You know, really having the opportunity to get guided every once in a while is a treat for me. It's something I don't get to see very often. It's something I don't get to do very often.
I'm gonna land that thing for you. How about that?
Very nice.
We just need his big brother.
Yeah. There you go.
Snooklet.
Those big snook you were talking about in the river?
Just a little smaller. This is the scale, model scale. Not a bad fish,
No.
but not a monster. We're gonna try to catch his big brother.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? The habitat we were gonna fish on was basically shoreline, which coincides with the whole reason we were up there. Without this shoreline, this habitat isn't there. These fish aren't there without this natural habitat. You're already a hero.
All right, buddy. Now we just need to upgrade it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, come on.
Oh, Cory's on. Nice work, Mama. We might actually get to use that net, Alex.
Oh, look at that
nice
trout.
Tip out. Perfect. Nice and deep with it. And lift right up over my head when you get the chance.
Nice trout. Yeah!
What? Give me some.
Took a while, but it was
I know,
worth it.
but
Look
we
at
did
that
it.
thing. Nice work, dude.
Dude, she's a pretty one.
Yeah. Nice sea trout.
There she is. What do you think, Ollie?
Oh, I just got short bit.
Uh-oh.
The typical trip, if you're gonna be fishing in the Banana River around those guys' house, you're looking for 3 things. Well, maybe 4. You're looking for a big snook. I would say that's kind of top of the heap. Redfish, there's a lot of redfish in that river. Obviously an awesome fish to target. Trout, one of my favorite smaller fish to go target just because they're so fun to catch. Well, we're gonna switch it up, try bait for a little bit and see if they're a little more into that. You know, sometimes they just don't want to put forth the effort to smoke a topwater or whatever, and it seems like that's the case. So we'll throw a mullet in there with a big old hook in him and see if we can talk a fish into biting.
So you have 2 different mullet here. Silver mullet and a striped or black mullet.
Alex G, you can tell, is a guy that grew up in those waters, grew up in that community, and loves every minute of it.
That tail has a real dark outlining.
Yeah.
He knows that river, and that's the guy you want to fish with. I'm bit.
Get
Oh, biter.
Go, Bubba. Get mine out of the way.
Don't feel small.
Yeah?
No. You know, I think if there's a takeaway from this episode, it's very different than other shows. We're talking about getting out, going fishing, enjoying the environment. Ooh,
Oh, she's a
freaking beauty. Thank you,
Lovely.
sir. There we go.
Just waited for the good one.
Look at that fish.
Took a little while.
Absolutely.
Oh, straight rubber lifter too. Corner of the mouth, just like it's supposed to.
Beautiful fish.
Look at that
Beautiful.
trout.
Dude, that's gorgeous.
Man, we haven't got quantity, we got quality though, huh?
That's right.
Tell ya.
Beautiful fish. Any charity, anything that's ocean related, I'm the first guy to write a check, I'm the first guy to send product, whatever. I think that's what you learn here is like, find your backyard. There's definitely somebody who needs your help in that area. Roll up your sleeves, give a little back.
She's
Bunch
beautiful.
of cool fish. You know, don't be the dude that shows up, takes, and doesn't give back.
Well, now you can stop complaining. Oh, no, you won't.
I've actually been really good about not complaining. Usually by now I'm going nuts.
You got a redfish.
He was looking at him for a while, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, sitting down there
He
eyeing
was
him.
eyeballing him up. Should I, shouldn't I? Water quality is so important because so many people in so many communities depend on it.
Man, I'm surprised that even this little guy's in here.
The Keys are surrounded by water. That's why people come there, to see the beautiful water of the Florida Keys, to swim in the beaches, to go out in the boat fishing, and to enjoy what the Keys have to offer.
A lot of people wonder, what can I do and how can I help in a situation like this? Everybody wants to solve a problem. And what it really honestly boils down to is taking time to give yourself a bit of knowledge and to listen to the people that know and to inform yourself and then inform others. Each one teach one.
Beautiful fish, man. Here, I mean, you don't even see these that often, do you?
Same thing in Alex's community. People go up there to enjoy his fishery.
I think mangrove restoration is one of the more important things to help this river.
Beautiful, flat, calm. We've already caught a couple great fish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already been a great morning. It's amazing.
And we ain't been fishing very long.
No.
Mangroves are a huge habitat, not only for larger species of fish, like your big redfish, your big snook, your big trout, your tarpon, but also your little fish.
And that's what it's all about. You have to take care of this resource or it won't be there for the future generations. It's not just about now, it's about the future. Our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. And if we don't take care of the resource now, that resource won't be there for those kids, for that future generation to enjoy.